Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be talking about my funniest or most embarrassing fall that ever happened. This fall was so funny and so embarrassing because everyone were looking at me laughing, so I'm just going to talk about the fall right now. So I was basically riding that 17-2 Hans horse. He was very, very tall, and I was riding him this day, and it's very hard. I use one of those really big show saddles. They're very heavy Western. So those big reining saddles that are like, they weigh more than I weigh. Okay, that was so fucking weird. But I was riding in one of those, and this barn didn't ever had anything to mount. Like, you would always mount the horse ground mounting. You wouldn't use even like mounting blocks and stuff, because he didn't have any mounting blocks, which was very, very weird, actually, thinking about it now. That was weird. But I rode, and I had that 17-2 Hans horse, and I tack him up. Only tacking up this horse is a task on its own. My horse is in the background, so ignore the noises and the weird tail wigging and whatever. Only putting a saddle on that horse is like the hardest thing ever, you guys. I'm not even kidding you. It's the hardest thing ever. I've never done something so hard in my entire life. And also putting a heavy saddle on this horse was hard. So I was riding this horse, and I had to ride this horse. But I put the saddle, everything was on and nicely placed. And then I had to go to the toilet. I was like, to the bathroom, toilet, whatever you want to call it. And I talked to my friends, and I was like, hey, could you like tie up my girth for a moment? I have to go. And she was like, yeah, sure. So I came back, and she tied up the girth, and it looked pretty snug because they're from the type of people who tied the girth too tight at the beginning, and then they don't tie it when they go on. Which, it's weird, but that's how they do it. Anyways, I was asking her, like, do I need to tighten it again? Even though I knew I could, but I thought it's tight enough, because also I asked my instructor where she checked the girth. She said it's fine, in her opinion. She said, like, I think it's fine. You can try, see if you feel comfortable. I was putting my leg in the stirrup. Only mounting on this horse was another task on its own. Mounting on this horse took maybe 15 minutes. Okay, it was the hardest thing ever. This horse was so tall and so hard. Like, I had to... That was not a fun thing to do, but I got it over. Anyways, I went to mount him. I remember they don't use any, like, they only ground mount their horses, which a lot of people say it's good, and then a lot of people say it's bad. I mean, depends, you know. If you see your horse is fine with it, then depend. Anyways, they don't use any mounting blocks or anything. They just ground mount all their horses, which is fine with me. I am very good at ground mounting horses, especially this little horse. He is 15 hands, and it's really easy to mount him because he's on the shorter side of horses, so it's not very hard to mount him though. But yeah, you're a cute baby, aren't you? So anyways, I was just about to mount the horse. I put my leg in the stirrup, which was like another task. Everything was hard, okay? And I put my leg in the stirrup, and I was just about to pull up to mount, and then I felt all of a sudden something's wrong. And then I remember I felt myself falling to the side. What happened was the saddle wasn't really tight enough. She didn't really tighten up as much as it should. So I fell with all the saddle on the ground. The saddle was hanging on the horse's belly. It was funny. I mean, I'm not even kidding. That was like the funniest thing ever. We were all laughing, even though I didn't realize why we were laughing at me, but that was just so much fun. I was laughing, they were laughing, and I was like looking at them, stop laughing at me, like, why? And I fell in the middle of the arena. I paid everybody's attention. Everybody were looking at me, even the owner of the barn, all the riding instructors ever, all the other kids, all the other riders, parents, uncles, grandma, grandpas, everyone was looking at me, laughing. That was such a nice experience. I was like, stop laughing at me. And they're all laughing at me like crazy. I got on, I fixed the saddle, And I felt that moment that I'm suck at riding. I felt bad. I felt like I would never be able to ride good again. But then practice went really well and I was really proud. So yeah. So that was my really funny story of my funniest fall ever. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you next time. I love you all. Bye.